Hello, welcome to our new 3-day series we're going to do. We're kicking things off today. We're talking about 3 ways. We're going to cover 3 ways over the next 3 days that slowing down actually speeds up your progress, okay? So if you're new here, I am Miriam Pop. It has been a while since I've done a live chat series here on the business page, but I am the founder of Vibrant Lifestyle Coaching, and I am your spiritual wellness guide. I guide overworked, overstressed women on a mission back to their intuitive guidance. Why? So they can make those big, powerful, bold decisions they need to make in their lives in order to reach that next level. And so with this whole 3-day series we're doing on 3 ways slowing down speeds up your progress, it's just that. To support these women on a mission who maybe have forgotten the power of slowing down, right? If you're one of these women who maybe is type A, overachiever, go, 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 hustle, 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 achieve, 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 this is for you. So it's time for story time. We're gonna do a little story time first. So we're gonna speak on my entrepreneurship journey so far, and I have to say that the first 2 years of my business, I definitely was team hustle, 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 hustle all the time. Hustle all the time. If this speaks to you, if you have also been in your business, hustle all the time, let me know, leave a comment. Maybe show me some love. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm throwing down. And if you're catching the replay, say hi, all right? I love my replay viewers. You guys make this all happen, okay? So yeah, the first couple years of my business, I was definitely team hustle, constantly trying to produce content, create new things, always doing, right? And without a doubt, it was a fast road to burning myself out. Without a doubt, I was headed to burnout, which we're going to talk about burnout more later. Well, next week. I'll say next week we'll talk about that more. But yeah, so it was all doing, and there was no being, right? It was all hustle. And it's actually what led me to start my newest group program called Hustle and Flow, which is specifically for those newer entrepreneurs in those first couple years of their business, to help create that balance between all of the hustle and then those moments of flow where you nurture yourself, take care of yourself, right? That kind of gets forgotten about when we're all in the hustle, hustle, hustle mode. And so it's that flow. There's a lot of beauty, there's a lot of nurturing, there's a lot of growth that can happen in those moments that we take a step back and find our flow again, right? So that's a big part of this week's live chat series, is finding your flow again, finding your space where you're nurturing yourself, finding that space where you're allowing your work to kind of work for you, right? So what ended up happening for me with all the hustle, hustle, hustle in the first couple years of my business, like I said, it was leading me towards burnout. I would just hit these walls and just be like, whoa, what am I gonna do, right? And so it got to the point where I have to say this last year of my business has been the best year, but it's also been the year that I have been more intentional with finding my flow, right? More intentional with taking those steps back and really taking a look at things, surveying things, right? And so it's the kind of thing where when we take that time to slow down, when we take a step back from hustle, 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 right? And it gives us a chance to breathe, right? A chance to breathe. Because if you are that overachiever, type A, doer, you're probably out here doing the most 24/7, and I'm definitely team do the most. I have nothing against that. But there's ways of doing the most, but not at our own, without sacrificing ourselves, I guess is the best way to put it, right? So when we take these times out, when we take time to slow down, right? Take time to slow down, it gives us a chance to recharge, okay? It's the #1 way to help us avoid burning out in our businesses is when we slow down, take that time to recharge, take that time to tune in and say, shit, what do I need right now? If you are an entrepreneur, how often do you do that? How often do you tune into your own needs, right? Not your business's needs, maybe not your client's needs, but your own needs. How often are you doing that? And that's super powerful for your long-term longevity, right? We talk about this in the Hustle and Flow group. One of the women a couple weeks ago, she was saying how she's had this cold, right? She's had this cold that she hasn't been able to shake for weeks. And for me, that's a ding, ding, ding red flag. There's something going on here. Because if your body is unable to move through this cold and move past this cold, that tells me there's something going on with your immune system, right? And guess what? What weakens our immune system like nothing else? Stress. Okay, so that told me that she had not spent enough time slowing down, recharging, taking care of herself, right? If her body is unable to move past that cold, then it's time for some nurturing, right? Our bodies give us tons of cues that we don't tune into. And so anybody out there who's got a cold that's not leaving them, or maybe you've had tons of colds this year, take a look at your stress levels. Take a look at your life around you and what's impacting you and how it's affecting you and how you're navigating that. Because there's a direct connection between your stress, your immune system, and constantly getting sick, constantly dealing with colds. Okay, that's a little tangent I didn't expect to go on, so let me take a little break. The other great thing about slowing down, taking time to recharge and recenter, is you're able to bear witness to all your work. Okay, so for me personally, where, like I said, those first 2 years of my business, it was just all hustle, all creation, all the time. I was not taking enough time to take a step back and say, oh shit, look what I did here. Look what I did there. That didn't really work out as well as I hoped. How can I do that better, right? So that's a major key, right? Major key alert. Major key alert for slowing down. Why slowing down helps you speed up your progress, right? Because if you're taking those steps back to witness all of your work, witness everything that you have created, right? You can say, all right, I'm gonna do more of that. And that really worked out. But if you're out here doing the most, you don't really know what's truly working out, what maybe just needs to be tweaked a little bit, what needs to be thrown out, right? So major stuff here, right? So that's where taking this time out, slowing down, taking stock of your work helps you set up your next move, right? Because I know for me, when I was hustle those first 2 years, I was just going. I was just a train on the tracks, no brakes, just going, right? And so when I look back, I can see spaces. I can see little blips on my timeline where if I'd slowed down and maybe approached things a little differently, maybe tweaked a project a little bit, would have had a bigger impact, right? So that's definitely another thing right there. Slowing down allows you to have a bigger impact, right? Because you can really just make these strategic moves that just really help your business flourish. So if any of that is speaking to you, let me know. Let me know in the comments, right? So we're going to have 2 more days of this. 2 more days of how slowing down speeds up your progress. If you are picking up what I'm throwing down, I encourage you to take a look at my latest group program, Hustle and Flow, okay? This is for the newish, first couple years of your business, female entrepreneur who is craving that balance between hustle and flow, right? Craving that balance so that she can do the most effectively, right? So the link for that, if you want to check out what I'm throwing down, is bit.ly HF Incubator. I'm going to leave that in the description. I think that's going to be above. I can never remember with the replay if it's above or below, but whatever, you're going to find it. I'm going to make it easy for you to find. Check out what I'm throwing down. I'm loving the growth the women have had who are already in the group over this past month. It's really been beautiful to see how they've been able to not only slow down, but really get more strategic and make huge strides in their business, right? I already have one of the participants in the group has already, she's got a new client. Another one already has her like January 2019 already. She's got first quarter figured out. We'll put it that way. I was blown away by that. But yeah, I'm really loving the energy in that group. And when you're a part of that group, which is actually off of Facebook, Hustle and Flow is, the community for Hustle and Flow is off of Facebook, so we can diminish that social media time, right? But I'm really loving the conversations that happen there, the support that's happening there, the awareness these women are having around themselves and their businesses. It's really becoming my favorite place to hang out. So if any of this has spoken to you today, if any of this is really pulling at you, I really encourage you to check out the Hustle and Flow Incubator. That's bit.ly HF Incubator, all lowercase though. And yeah, if you're picking up what I'm throwing down also, this replay will only be up for a limited time. I'm going to leave it up maybe until tomorrow afternoon, but it will pop up again inside the Hustle and Flow Incubator. That's another thing I didn't mention. There's all sorts of content that comes along with your membership, right? So all sorts of how to create content, right? How to create content that attracts your dream clients is in there. We've got meditations in there to help you slow down. And so that's the hustle and the flow. We've got all sorts of content that'll help you nurture your business and nurture yourself. So I like that balance. So I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll share some more ways that slowing down actually will speed up your progress. So I hope you enjoyed this. Share it with your friends. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, guys. All right? Take care.